got her name listed, but I haven't got any details for her. Do you know whereabouts she works?
No, I do not. I don't know. She's in St.
Okay.
Thomas Hospital. She works in St. Thomas Hospital. She's been on the news recently,
Has
um,
she?
as
Right,
having,
okay.
yeah.
And what was it to do with?
So you have her listed there as a nurse, but there's no information about her?
No, there isn't any contact numbers for her or where she's based.
Well, that's interesting because she, according to the news sources being put out, um, she works there. She's a nurse there.
Oh yes, I'm not disputing that. We've got her listed in our email, but we haven't got any contact details for her or where she's based.
So what do you do in a case like this?
Uh,
I
what
my
was it to do with? Do you know of her or?
my line is being recorded also, just to let you know.
No,
Um,
I understand.
so what if somebody calls, like she works there, it's on the news, she works there. So how does somebody get in touch with her if you have no contact
Uh,
information with her?
So is it a press? Is it to do with the press?
No.
Right. Okay. If you say she's been on the news, I can put you through to public relations. Maybe they could help you further.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Connect to you now.
Press office, Matt speaking.
This is the press office?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a little confused. I'm calling you on a recorded line, first of all. I'm trying to hopefully speak with Colleen Anderson. And the woman who just connected me to you said that she's in your database, but there's no contact information for her at all. So I'm just
Oh, right.
trying to,
Where are you calling from?
from nowhere, from myself. I'm not with the press. I'm not with any news organization. I'm an independent researcher.
Right. Well, I mean, I can't connect you to Colleen, but I know certainly she's not doing any interviews at the moment.
I don't want to interview her. I just have a simple question for her. Why is it so difficult to get in touch with a nurse in a hospital?
She's not a nurse. Why do you need to get in touch with her?
Why is she not a nurse? She's working on patients.
Why do you need to get in touch with one of our staff?
Can you not answer my questions? Because
No,
she's a nurse. She's got a stethoscope around her neck, and she was helping patients in the London car attack.
Yeah, I know who she is.
She's with
I'd
King's
like to ask.
College Hospital, right? She is with King's College Hospital. Because she was apparently in the window of King's College Hospital. I mean, not King's College Hospital. Um, she's in St. Thomas Hospital, right? That's where I'm
Right.
calling.
So,
And she said she saw through the window that they needed help, and she went out and helped. And she's on camera pushing a gurney. So I mean, she's a nurse, right? What is?
so I know who she is. My question to you is,
Okay,
why is it you want to speak with her? She's one of our staff, so the question is, why
right.
is it you'd like to speak with her? And then we can see if we can or can't help.
Well, I have a question about the footage of her pushing the gurney. It's very important. It is
Right. I
extremely
mean,
important that I talk to her.
footage.
So I'm finding it really hard to understand. You said she's not a nurse. What is her capacity there at the hospital, please? What is
She's a
her?
doctor.
She's a doctor.
Yes.
Okay, she's a doctor. So she must have a secretary or a receptionist in her office. Could I speak to them, please? Could you
She
connect me?
doesn't. No, she doesn't have one of those.
She doesn't have a.
No, she doesn't have. Why is it that you need to know this? And
Well, this is an interesting thing because when I researched another incident here in America, I'm calling from America, I was also sent to the media director, which I find extremely interesting. You see, Colleen Anderson, Dr. Anderson, is on camera wheeling patients on gurneys into the Marriott Hotel, not into the hospital. I would like really to know why that is.
right.
Could you tell me why they're taking patients into the Marriott hotel entrance instead of the hospital right across the street?
I don't know. Having not been at the scene at the time, it's hard to say. There was certain.
It's on the news. It's all over the news. It's very, very obvious that they're going into the hotel entrance instead of the hospital across the street. So,
I think the only person that's ever asked this question. It's not something that footage that I've seen or something that's come up.
Well, it's on the.
They would have been under direction from the ambulance crew.
It's all over.
They would have been under direction. Sorry, can you let me talk, please? I'm sure they would have been under direction from the emergency services on the scene about what they wanted done with people. It was a very fast-moving incident. It was a terrorist incident. So I'm not sure that that they'll be they'll need to talk to the police and to coroners before they answer your questions.
It's a very simple question. Why in the world? What possible explanation could there be for doctors and ambulance crew taking victims into a hotel instead of the hospital across the street?
I don't know if you want to find out, and like I say, there's other people with questions that they'll be answering first. Then you're welcome to write to the hospital. But I don't think we can take this any further at the moment. Right.
So, are you not at all curious about this? What I've just told you, which you can perfectly and very easily discover for yourself by going online and researching this. You will actually see them with your own eyes wheeling patients into the Marriott hotel instead of the hospital across the street. Are you, as a human being, not at all curious about this? Or do you know why?
No, I don't know. It sounds interesting, but I don't know. Like I say, if you want to know, you can write to the hospital. But there are police investigations and all sorts.
This is not about an investigation.
I'm sure that those things will take into account.
This has nothing to do with the investigation of this alleged attack. This has to do with people who are injured being taken into a hotel instead of a hospital.
I know, but I'm sure what happened with the patients was in accordance with what needs to happen at the time, and they were acting under direction, if indeed this did happen. Like I say, it's not something I've seen or heard. Look, so we're going to wrap this conversation up now. If you want to write to the hospital, you can write to the hospital. If not, then we need to end the conversation.
So I have a very, very legitimate and serious question about endangered patients being taken to a hotel instead of a hospital, and you're telling me to write to the hospital. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah. That's correct, yeah.
And you have no curiosity about this whatsoever. You're not even curious to go look for this information and see it with your own eyes.
It's a new one on me. I can answer people at the hospital here myself as well. I'll try and see if no one has, in all of the many things that have gone on with this incident, no one has ever brought this up. But it's interesting that you do. All right, thank you. Bye.
Well. Okay, so the very beginning of this call, when I was connecting with the hospital, I forgot to click record, so you didn't get to hear me ask for Colleen Anderson. The woman transferred me to the press department, of course, exactly like the Pulse nightclub shooting, connected me to Keena Lewis, the terrorist at the Orlando Regional Crisis Actor Medical Center, that took in all or most of the Pulse nightclub fake victims and miraculously healed Norman Cassiano, who was shot 4 times in the back and released the very, very next day. So here's Colleen Anderson right here. This is her. You see her under the arm of this guy pointing. That's her. Okay. This is her. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Here she is being interviewed, of course. They always interview them because they have nothing else to do. They don't have all these victims to take care of. They can just stand outside on the street and give interviews all day, just like the Pulse doctors. So, obviously, and I want to thank, I keep going to that video instead of this one. Kieran-Z, this is a mirror of Kieran-Z's video, Kieran-Z 74, excuse me, breaking this very clear and obvious footage of these frauds taking a fake victim into the Marriott Hotel who's this douchebag here? So again, you can't even get in touch with these people. The woman who I don't think I caught that recording in the beginning of this video. The first person I spoke to at the hospital said that they have Colleen Anderson's name in there, but they had no contact information. How can you not have contact information for a doctor or a nurse in a hospital? That's not even possible. I'm sorry. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. Think about it. Just use your brain. Okay, we're trying to wake you up. I haven't been covering the London attack because I just have not had time to do it. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, and I'm doing what I can. But this thing is an obvious, yet again, another fraud, using the car as a weapon. And of course, CNN puts out this story, vehicles as weapons. London attack is part of a disturbing trend. Yes, a trend of governments around the world taking part in terrorizing their own citizens and extorting them of their money. This is your little fake car crash on the bridge in London. Nobody died, nobody was hurt. And of course, the CCTV cameras were all turned off ahead of time. And here is that story here. Westminster Council agrees controversial move to turn off entire network of CCTV cameras. This was June 2016. So of course, there's not going to be any CCTV footage. Just like the Nice truck attack, absolutely no CCTV footage, and they decided actually that they were going to destroy all of that footage. Why would they do that? You never get to see anything. Perfect example, the Melbourne Burke Street attack. Absolutely zero footage of this car driving down Burke Street. Zero. Nothing. Which means no proof. Which is why, by the way, all the articles that talk about it use the word alleged over and over again. Because they're saving themselves. They're covering their asses. So, sorry, let's go back here to the beginning so you can see for yourself what I just told that gentleman. Here's the hotel. You see the plaque right here and the arch, the plaque. Okay. I'm forwarding it. I'm jumping forward a little. And there's the hospital right across the street. So here they come. Ambulances. Of course, lots of cars blocking things. Walking slowly. And here's a ground level shot. There they go, into the hotel. Why in the world are they going in? See it? See the plaques right there? They're going into the hotel. Blocked off for their little staged event. But apparently Mr. Media Director Resource at the hotel isn't at all curious about this incident. Because he probably just has been brainwashed by mainstream media into thinking that anybody who questions these massive mainstream media news reports is some kind of a lunatic. And there she is right there, going into the same hotel you just saw that other gurney go into. So that's it, people. I'm going to end this video here. And just so you know, we have to make these people accountable. That's why I do phone call videos. I haven't done one in a long time. I have several I want to do. It's just finding the time to do them. So these people must be made accountable. They have to be contacted. These people must be put on the spot to answer to us, the people they're terrorizing. Take care.